and welcome to NNS. This is your host, Pencil Park. Today Come on, Marshall! Turn off the music! We're live! Anyway, tonight we bring breaking news that right now, someone somewhere is getting murdered, raped, and abused. And you best believe our news crew will find the story and bring it to you as fast as possible, especially if it's a child. But until we do, I want to very sadly announce that 152,121 people died today in the world. And in the 8 seconds I said that sentence, 14 more people died, including approximately 0.56 people in the US. Our people are working now to locate and make a martyr out of that half person. In other news, it is a somber reality that we are all going to die one day, but we must do what we can to prolong our death date until as long as possible. Right, Colton? Exactly, Pencil. Colton Carr here tonight. Even if it means the cost is making our life as boring as watching soap operas with grandmoms, but adult existence for 80 years is so much better than a lively existence for 78 years, right? Anyway, new research surrounding the Devote-19 virus suggests that if you wear a mask forever, you'll live on average negative 2.5 years more than previously, as opposed to going out and living life in which you live negative 3.2 years on average. No, that's of course without factoring in other variables, and the study is pretty much BS, but facts are facts and statistics are facts. And if you shelter in place for the rest of your life, your risk of contracting Devote-19 is 0.01%. You can only get it from Amazon packages. So I'm just saying, do the right thing. Stop whining. I'm gonna fight for my rights! Security! How'd this protester get in the studio? Remember, Colton, the cops were defunded. He just broke in. Okay. Anyway, we just got breaking news. There's potentially a Devote-19 cure. There's a clinical trial right now being done on 100 people in Africa. From the greatest philanthropist in the world. You know who he is. And it hypothesizes that if you don't breathe, your risk of getting Devote-19 may be reduced to 0%. Groundbreaking. And we can't wait to hear what the results are from the trial. Back to you, Pencil. Thank you, Colton. That's great information. Anyway, on to the next tragedy in the world. People hating each other. There was a protest today for pretty much every cause imaginable, where people screamed in anger to other people screaming in anger back at them. A lot of talking. After all, as we say, God gave you one mouth and two clogged ears for a reason. Anyway, above is a picture summarizing the events. We went through hundreds of pictures and we intentionally picked the one that fit the situation best to show the destruction, chaos, and division. But it's all for a positive cause. And really quickly, I want to address the criticism of our network from the naive, ignorant, and dishonest PNN. Positive News Network. They think we are just negative, but we are just reporting what's going on in the world. The people need to hear the truth, not the filtered truth, but the actual everyday occurrence in America. And that brings us to our next story. Colton? Yes, Pencil. Here's an incident in a random town in Iowa of a random person calling another random person a name in a grocery store. They were called a word that starts with a letter after M and before O. We don't have the video, but a person on an online forum confirmed that it happened. So this is proof the world is racist, and America must acknowledge that before any solutions can be formulated. So how long are you going to be acknowledging for? Security, what happened? I thought you got the dude already. Anyway, given that America has systematically gone to hell, if you're a person of color, you are disadvantaged, oppressed, and a victim. Accept it, embrace it, and know that we are with you all here at NNS. Calling someone nasty is despicable, and we stand against that. In other news, here's Wesley reporting outside about the insect that may just destroy the whole ecosystem of the world. But don't worry, kids, we'll be okay. Yeah, it's Wesley Water here, out here in Philadelphia with these spotted lanternflies. These freaking polka-dotted red bugs that said to take over the world. All trees gone. So have you found any there, Wesley? Nah, we haven't seen any, but they're out here and they're hunting for us. We have to get them before they get us. Interesting story. Pencil, do you know why we sent Wesley to a random backyard in Philadelphia? There wasn't even any lanternflies there. No clue, but we just want him to get the flip out of this studio. Dude's crazy. I mean, wearing a suit outside? We don't even wear suits in the studio. Weirdo. Anyway, next up, politics. The government will be sending stimulus checks or something like that, but this won't help. This will cause massive inflation. Your dollar tomorrow will now be worth even less. Also, President Mert met with city leaders and has finalized prison reform, including providing more positive psychology programs in prison and post-prison initiatives to not only reduce recidivism, but also empower former convicts to succeed. But that's not enough. He's just virtue signaling anyway. Tokenism. Next story. News is that schools are going to be in person. How terrible. Putting children's and teachers' lives at risk. How irresponsible. Actually, apologies. We just got word that schools will be online. How terrible! Depriving children of their education and social interactions. Plus, it hurts working parents. Studies suggest that children who don't interact with their peers on a daily basis have an increased risk for social isolation, depression, and suicide. They also get dumber. Anyway, tune in to our next town hall event where we discuss how children can overcome this deplorable society that does not value their education and where people tell them they are destined to fail and the world is against them. And look, don't come at me. I'm just a messenger. You're the only messenger! He's still here? You're fired, security! Anyway, to preview that town hall event, one way to overcome this society is to tell children they matter. Because get this, parents, cover your children's ears. Alright, done? Because children are naive little creatures and as dumb as a mango on a tree. So it doesn't matter that 90% of the media is destroying their self-esteem. As long as 10% is telling them they matter, they'll only hear that. Okay, parents, you can take your hands off now. Here's Colton with the weather. Sunny day today. 75 degrees, but humid. And when it's sunny, people go out more, so there's more traffic on the road. So basically, don't go out. You don't want to deal with that. Right, Pencil? Yes, Colton. People for sure have to 100% focus on avoiding the negative instead of appreciating and focusing on the positive aspects of life. That's our motto here at NNS. And in alignment with that, get that pineapple off your head, Colton. You look ridiculous. Totally random story, but word is our rival network PNN just said that we are. So because they are attacking us, we just have this to say to them. Our final story is about super parent Brian Donato, an egotistical maniac who thinks he's so empowering, sharing parenting perspectives on YouTube. How dare he tell us how to parent? No one even watches his videos anyway. The last one got under 100 views. But we're talking about him today because of his highly controversial topic of discussing maintaining inner peace during a pandemic. The nerve to provide tips to stay calm during a pandemic of this magnitude is irresponsible, making light of the fear people have for their lives. Well, didn't we kind of create the fear, Pencil?
Cool! No, enough is enough! People have to see the BS. We're the problem, Pencil.
Don't work for PNN, you idealistic, self-loathing, negative prick.
Cut!